Hi, I'm glad you could join me today. I am Tony Hunt, also known as Her Huntness. We're going to be going over palm stones, the palm stones I have and what I use them for. And remember that what I use a crystal or stone for may not be what's good for you. So it's always good to meditate with a crystal once you get it to see how it's going to work for you. First up is selenite. Selenite has a very high vibration, so it magnifies any crystal that's near it. It also blocks stagnant energy and gets rid of the toxic energy in your body. It is good if you want to meditate and try to get in touch with your spiritual side because it has such a high vibration. Selenite is also good to purify and cleanse other crystals. It's self-cleansing, so you don't really have to do a whole lot to it. But you can also cleanse other crystals with selenite, which makes it very useful. I like to hold selenite to my forehead when I have a really bad headache. This is my headache stone. This is the first palm stone I ever bought. It's been very useful, and I keep it by my bed because I do get headaches quite a bit. So this is the one I use when I get a headache. Sometimes I've actually wrapped a bandana around my forehead and stuck this in there just so I could get things done and accomplished in my life. But it's really good for headaches. Next up is a labradorite. Let's get this. This is good for purifying the energy near you. And I think it's good for digestion. Let's see if I can get some of the pretty colors in there, maybe a little bit. Not only is it good for digestion, but it also, I think, brings on some excitement. It gives you some creativity and excitement to what you're working on or doing. So that's what I use labradorite for. The next palm stone I have is hematite. I also have a little guy that I carry around with me because sometimes you don't always want to carry a big old chunky stone around, so I keep this little one near me. Hematite is good for my anemia. It's the root chakra stone. It's very calming. It just feels good to have in your hand. When I'm nervous or anxious, sometimes I just need to hold some hematite in my hand and it makes me feel better. But it's also a really good protection stone if you don't have tourmaline nearby. So that's what I use hematite for. Another palm stone I have is moonstone. I use this to settle my emotions if I get worked up about things. Moonstone is a very feminine crystal. It also aligns your cycles. But I like to keep it near me if I get all worked up and just kind of need calm down in that aspect. I have a lot of moonstone jewelry, actually. As you can see there, those are both moonstones. It's just a very feminine stone and it's good to have on you. Another one is Bloodstone. I also like to carry this one when I'm hunting. It's good for personal strength and courage. Gladiators were said to keep this on them. Bloodstone is an all-around good healing stone. So no matter what you're healing from, if you're sick, you have a physical ailment, this is good to keep on your person for that. This one doesn't have a whole lot of red in it. It's not a high quality bloodstone, but it works the same. Another palm stone I have is pyrite. I think you can tell. Let me try to, you can tell that this is gold. I like to play poker, and this is a good luck stone. It's supposed to bring on abundance and attract wealth. So this one's a little smaller so I can fit in my pocket when I'm playing poker. So this is like my good luck charm for gambling. And my last palm stone that I currently have is my Hematite Quartz. We did a crystal grid about this not long ago, and I will link that down below. But I like to hold this just to have an overall sense of calm. I grab for this if I'm anxious, nervous. It kind of works to me like an amethyst does. And that's when I talked earlier, some stones you're just going to have to learn how you identify with them. This almost works like an amethyst with me. It's just very calming, along with hematite does the same. But if I just feel anxious or worked up or just feel out of sorts, this is what I grab. And it just feels good in my hand. When you pick out your palm stones, you need to touch them. So try not to order them online. You need to feel it in your hand. And you'll just know right away. That's the crystal for me. It feels good. So that was my palm stone collection. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope that it gave you some insight in case you were looking and picking a palm stone up for yourself. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye!